Good evening, council members, Mayor Langfelder, Clerk Lesko, Treasurer Busher. To my immediate left is Communications Director Julia Forever. To my right is Juan Huerta, Community Relations Director, and to my far right is Corporation Counsel Jim Zirkle. Looking at slide number 2, you'll see a pictorial of the structure of our office. Flipping over to slide 3, you'll see our divisions for the administration, community relations, corporation counsel, and then under my tutelage, I guess you would say, would be the boards and commissions with budgets, which are 5 of the approximately 30 that we have. We have almost 200 members, of which every ward is represented, and we have over a 25% minority representation as well. Then we also have the communications department, which deals with the public access and educational funds. Last year, under your approval, 2 new advisory groups were created. The one that the mayor referred to previously, which was the Urban Forestry Advisory Group, working with Public Works and the Springfield Green, and the Convention and Tourism Advisory Group, which works with the Hotel Lodging Association and other entities across the city, looking at incentives and other things to bring more tourism business into the city of Springfield. I also work with the Mayor's Youth Council. This is the 3rd year of which we have had it. We do also have representatives from every ward across the city and the public high schools. We also have the outlying high schools that have asked to participate, those that have Springfield residency. Last year we had 2 members of our Mayor's Youth Council that attended the National Youth Summit, and they both applied for and received all expense paid grants from the National Conference of Mayors to attend the summit in Los Angeles, and they represented the city very nicely. So at this time, I will turn it over to the Corporation Counsel.
Just very briefly, just by way of kind of some of the statistics, ordinances, and so on prepared, which we work closely with the clerk's office, 533 through the calendar year 2019, and then zoning ordinances 55, and then in addition to that, just the normal process that we deal with either state or federal administrative court matters, risk management, and then supervision of just the workers' comp litigation aspect. And then with the labor and contract negotiations, which is again very much a team effort with HR and also the departments. And to give a little bit of maybe some numbers to context, in 2019, 858 AC cases, that's administrative court cases, were filed. And then there are currently pending in various stages 266 demolition cases, and those that have been referred that have not been filed yet are approximately 60. Then there are approximately 235 MR cases, and again, those are primarily ones where compliance is being monitored. Small claims filed, 167. And just to answer Alderman Hanauer's questions, last year in just total, this would be collections relating to either through administrative court, miscellaneous remedies, small claims, ordinance violations relating to use tax, and then the registration fees for the 3-year registrations that are enforced through AC court, we end up in court. That total was $1,036,731.90. That's up about $150,000. And keep in mind that I would like to compliment the Treasurer's Office and OBM, for example, with the OB information. It's very much a team effort, always has been, and through the process. But through the process, the total raised was just a little over $1 million, and that's up from 2018. Now these are calendar year numbers because it's not a fiscal year, but a calendar year number. Now, in addition to that, you may recall that, just very briefly again, business licensing fees, that's with Todd Oliver, and that's also part of Corporation Counsel. And that was a total of $559,087.02. So total altogether is about $1.6 million roughly between the recoveries and just the licensing aspects and so on. And a couple of the areas that, talking about the future just for a moment, let me see if that covers kind of the stats. A couple areas that we're going to try try to work on this coming year is trying to streamline a little better the code enforcement, and we'll try to work with individual aldermen regarding the issue about the fines. Just as one example, this last year in 2019, there were about 300 cases that were filed that were subsequently dismissed for compliance, meaning that there was no fine. It got referred, went through the whole system, got filed, we filed the thing for it. So there would be an example.
I'm sorry, how many?
Well, actually 333 to be precise. I said 300, but it's about 333. And that was for calendar year 2019. And so, again, there have been, I think, significant improvements on the computer side, which ISD has helped tremendously because I'm very ignorant in that respect, but there's been a lot of assistance there. Going forward this coming year, we're going to try to work on streamlining the code enforcement stuff as much as we can, and then try to make it more efficient, because by far that's the biggest sheer volume. 858 is actually low compared to the preceding year. So I'd expect this year to probably be higher than that. So if there are maybe questions, but at least that's my way of some stats.
Madam Chair.
Could everyone who's speaking pull the mic closer?
I apologize.
That's okay.
One question I have, I just saw, thank you, Jim. I've never needed a mic with my loud voice, so but, okay, just real quick, the taxi fees, does that include, do we charge fees for Uber or Lyft? Do they get charged?
There's an annual fee, but not for the individual drivers.
Just for the company to operate here.
Yeah,
But the
correct.
taxis, they have, each individual driver?
That there are fees that the taxis pay, not only the company, but for the individual taxis.
Is that the way it is? Do other cities charge them for,
Other cities charge.
I would say that,
I think that, I mean, just real quick, I think that that's something that ought to be looked at. I think that, I know taxis can't raise their prices at midnight. My son used it one time, and it was $35 to get somewhere. This was in another city, and then at midnight to get back, it was like $120.
We actually discussed this last year because it kind of went along with the Airbnb and online travel ordinance that I put forward.
I think it's something we ought to bring up too, because otherwise the taxis are at a disadvantage, a very huge disadvantage.
Absolutely.
And I mean, so just a comment. So thank you.
We'll have Director McCarty do an analysis of other communities of like sizes.
The problem is it's a completely unregulated business. We have no idea if someone is an Uber driver or not. I mean,
that's correct.
yeah. As someone who travels a lot and uses Uber a lot.
I'm sorry, Jim, I have a quick question for you. And I waited until the microphone got completely away from you.
So sorry. Thank you.
And this is not a criticism. I'm just saying. So I've had people express concerns about the length of time that cases take in going through the administrative courts, and just some kind of general frustrations around that. And I wasn't sure. I know there's a fair amount of effort in keeping head count fairly steady, but do we possibly need maybe more attorneys in the?
I would say that generally, and we can give you some information kind of on that, the more complicated the case or the more non-compliant, if you will, the property owner, typically the longer it takes. Because remember, the court process is all about due process. So yes, we can ask for hearings, but if the other parties ask for delays, and the judge, if it's over in circuit court, it's not uncommon for things to be delayed. The vast majority of cases go through pretty quickly. It's typically, and again, we could try to give you some information on that.
Thank you.
But it's the complicated ones are the ones that are particularly intransigent on the part of the property owner. And one of the things we're going to try to do, and that came up actually the other day when I was listening to some of the discussion, we may try to isolate those that are the worst, I don't want characterize that, but try to come up with a better way to prioritize those which are at the very top of the most difficult. Maybe those need to be at the top of the attention list. So we're going to try to experiment with trying to do that, to pick that out of that flow, that volume.
Thank you, because I think, and as I'm sure you're aware, the ones that are probably more complicated for you are the ones that generate more interest in neighborhoods. So I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I oversee the communications area, and just a highlight of some of the accomplishments. It's myself along with 2 AV techs who operate the cameras and broadcast our council meetings and do Access 4 and Channel 18. And we finally finished all of the upgrade of our broadcast equipment. So now we'll be on a maintenance cycle in addition to some software updates, but that was a huge undertaking, and we finished it this fiscal year. And along with purchasing a department vehicle, they used to have to haul their equipment in a 4-door car, and it was very difficult. So we got to spend about $10,000 for a transport vehicle to help them out. We also added the streaming capability of Channel 4 in addition to 18. We used Constant Contact for our neighborhood news, which expanded our reach from just associations to other residents, media, et cetera. And we've actually used it for other pieces, including like when CMT had to survey some neighbors around Archer Elevator Road about Franklin ground squirrels. We were able to use that capability also when Public Works needed to issue snow emergencies. So it was a way to get information out there for people who aren't on social media, et cetera. And also assisting with other pieces citywide, including the census campaign that will be rolling out soon. We've done some video recordation for the race riot sites. We've done time-lapse video for that. We've done a lot of extra stuff that might not be out there, but that was kind of an overview of what communications has been doing this past year.
Good evening. The Springfield Office of Community Relations has 3 employees, and also we have an opening. We have a very small unit, but the mission of the office is to protect people's human rights. This year, we managed the AmeriCorps Youth Program. We had 16 members in 4 locations, the Boys and Girls Club, Salvation Army Computer Bank, and the Goodwill. So the program ended December 31st, and we were able to get another grant, so we'll be starting this program this year. Also, we managed a youth summer program with the outlet every summer. The program goes from June to August, and that's to help our youth with different mentoring programs, sports, between 5 and 10 o'clock at night. Our office also handles about 112 phone calls a month when it comes to landlord-tenant cases. We work closely with the housing department, with the police department, with the fire department, and also we get multiple customer service calls. One of the things that the mayor implemented in our office is just have my office serve as a customer service. So if you have a problem and you don't know where to go, you can call me, and I can direct you to the right person. And then I can follow you all the way to the process. That way you got the right answer, or at least an avenue how to resolve your issues. One of the things that the office does is we serve as a customer service for the railroad improvement projects. I work closely with Hanson Engineering when they're going to buy land. If somebody needs a roof repair and they won't be able to buy their house in a couple of years, I work closely with the citizens and put them in contact with Hanson Engineering. That way they can get an answer and they know the status of their homes. The last couple of years, I work with different agencies managing the Winter Warming Center. My role with the Winter Warming Center is to make sure that the building is safe, make sure that everything is in compliance. I work closely with the fire department to make sure everything is safe, and also work with the agency and provide them help in any way they can with supplies, and also to assure that everything is okay with the building. One of the things that I've been very proud of my office for the past 4 years is that we're 100% in compliance with the EOC, the Employment Opportunity Commission. We handle discrimination cases. You know, one thing that I was telling the mayor is like we're the only city in Illinois that we handle discrimination cases. Most cities, they have to go to the Illinois Department of Human Rights. So I'm very proud to be 100% compliant with the EOC. Any questions?
Looking at the next slide, you'll see our workforce. There are 30 people in these three different divisions that were just addressed. There are currently 2 vacancies. One is a receptionist, as Juan mentioned, in the Office of Community Relations, and there's administrative secretary in Corporation Counsel's office. We have a 57% female occupancy as far as the workforce goes, and ethnicity is at 27%. Looking at the budget, FY21 budget on the next page, basically, between the insurance and IMRF, that's going to be the amount for the major increase as far as personnel line items go. You'll see contractual services have gone down, but we have created a new funding organization, so that's actually taken that and has its own funding source. So it's still under the mayor's budget, but it's under a different activity. But overall, we have a negative or a decrease of 1.24% over last year's budget. Any questions?
Congratulations on presenting a budget that's less than what you asked for last year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Nice going.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was appointed to the Sangamon County Public Health Committee, and I have not been receiving any emails about meetings.
I reached out to Gail O'Neill, and I had forwarded her the day after the ordinance was signed. I forwarded your information, and actually I've reached out to her again, and she was going to look into it, but I will call her again tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anyone else? Well, I haven't served yet, so you can't appreciate me.
$50.
In advance.
In advance.
Preemptive appreciation.
That's all right.
Anyone else?
We don't.
No, we don't.
All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night.
What's on tomorrow night?
I was just going to tell you what's on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we are having the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Office of Planning and Economic Development, and the Office of Public Works.
Now that Chris is done, all I do is go ahead and make that one.
Good stuff.
My vote is out of the question. The Ozarks? I want to go to the Ozarks with the rich people. Do you know anybody that has a house at the Ozarks? What? A house or a boat or something? No boat. Hey, listen, the thing that you were talking about, they have a system called